Okay, so we can look at it two ways. When we move the C pattern up, we're essentially going to be playing an E pattern because E is the diminished fourth of C, and the bottom string is going to become that 7 root 2, which was below that C string shape in the first place. When we move it down, the opposite thing kind of happens, where we're going to the G shape. Remember, it's C cross E cross G. This is 1, 4, 5. That's why C, another reason why C isn't a good example, because when you're looking at the A tripentatonic, you get A, D, E. It's easy to see. It's 1, 4, 5. The fourth of A is D. The fifth of A is E shaped. Okay, that kind of thing. G, C, D, same thing. Fourth of G is C. Fifth of G is D. But with the E, the A, and the C, sure, the fourth of E is the A shape, but the fifth of E is the C shape. That's the exception. And then with the C, the fourth of C is the E shape, the fifth of C is the G shape. So you still have the fifth normal, the E right here and the C right there are kind of cage fitting, you know. It just comes with the theory. So when we look at the fifth, we could always play the fifth in its particular pentatonically now. The S2T. I mean, so you start with a C here. Pentatonic would be move that down, and you're going to be starting with the second string of that. And you're in a G shape. Alright, so that's pretty much, I knew which shape I was in because we're in the short patterns. But an easier way to do it with the long pattern now, the long pattern we have to play this guy, and we have to move that pattern up. That's not going to be easy. The only good thing I can say about it with the G pattern is, okay, wait. With the fourth is you get a full S3XL down here. So when you go from that C pattern and you go to its fourth, you can just play a full S3XL down there. So watch this. Here's your C root, and then you just start with a full S3XL, which would be an E pattern, so you can start it. Because the root's going to be the F now. That's the interesting thing about all of this. And then you go into that S3XL up there. Okay. So with that 5, 6, 7 there, we'd just be doing the 5, 6, and then, so it'd be, okay, so we're in the A cage there. So that's what I got to say about moving patterns up. You can, if you know the pattern you're going to, you can play that pattern, okay? But if you don't, you have to move the pattern up, and that means playing it through the warp. Now, all patterns have to be played through the warp if it's a pattern, because it's P4 tuning. So you'll have to play this through the warp anyway. It's just that when you move this up, you're just going to warp at a different string. So that's what makes all this work. Now let's take a quick look at this. Here's a pattern, S6DXL. Okay, this is essentially a D shape. It's a 6-string pattern. It's in P4 tuning. All right, So we've got a D going into an S3XL, and then we come out of it with like an S2E there. You know, that's a lot of to remember. So what we do is we could look at it like a D pattern. We just start a short D there. As soon as you sense that you can't go to that 3 there, all right, or to the 7 rather. Okay, well, it's pentatonic. You're not going to play it anyway. So you're just going 2, 3, 5, 6, root 2. Now you can't go to this 3 over here, 3, 4, 5 in this C shape that's in, you know, down below the fret nut there, imaginary, or a capo down below the capo. So you sense something you can't do, just take it root 2, 3, and then go into that pentatonic long pattern. The S3XL, 5, 6, root 2, 3, 5, 6, leaving the 4 and the 7 off. You know, you can play it like that. So you're playing a D shape. Go. Can't get that 3, so I got to start a long pattern there. Okay, now that puts me into the next cage. So D goes to C again. 5, 6 there. So that's some way I kind of eked my way through the pattern. Now if you want to move that shape up, okay, you're going to start, and you want to start without starting the pattern on the next shape up. So you're going, you know, it sounds like a harmony section or something. Make sure you know, try to play that. If you want to go right into the 4th, you can, or remember, replace the bottom string with the 4th of that string shape. So the 4th of D is G. All right, so it's going to be a G-shaped string shape right there. So there it is. There's your G shape right there. I just had to check the pentatonic on that. Well, that was shape fitting. So we had 2, 3, and now the G extends down. So and that would be like it'd be a G shape 4th. Okay, from the D, the 4th of D is G. I think I made a mistake there somehow. Starting on that D, that 2. Okay, and then we'd be 6 down there. Looks like there's a mistake. Wait. Okay, I did make a mistake there. So going to that G shape, we want to be hitting the F root there. Like that. So that G shape is the 4th of that D shape. But remember that shape fitting. That shape fitting is very important to pay attention. Half the battle's knowing what you want to play. Hey, I want to play a G shape there. But where does it start? Well, I'll give you a hint. If you're doing long patterns, it's not going to go any further to the left of where you're at, of that fret nut, that open string. So, and then same thing for the G, the G shape, the 5th rather. You're going to move it down. You're going to replace the top string with the 5th string shape of C with that G there. Shape fitting there involved. Next cage shape up. A is the 5th. This is going to be the C shape encaged from A. Okay. So wait a second. Okay, again, that's G shape there. That little sign tripped me up. Hey, we're out of time. G being the 5th of C. Thanks. It's been a good lesson.